Howdy. Basic earthquake watch. Look, see, and what we find. We have the Lake Constance here. We have Singen is here. And I zoomed in a bit and I noticed some interesting things. Not only do we have, again, Waterveins all over the place, but there's also this very interesting feature, which seems to be a graveyard. But that's the application, Volcano Discovery, or whatever this name is. We cannot click on anything, so let's go over to Google Earth and check out the region. I have to zoom out approximately to this size in order for you to probably understand better where we are. So, the quake we are talking about that happened somewhere here. Here, I think, are the pile dwellings. Somewhere, Pfahlbauten, Unterholdigen. Pile dwellings from the ancients. Yeah. And this is how it looks when you go there. There's a museum and stuff. You can check it out if you are in the region. Here to the left or east, we have Schaffhausen, which has Europe's biggest inland waterfalls. Europe's largest plains waterfall. It is very massive. And there are some caves also nearby in Taingen. They are really hard to find. I never find them, so I don't try either now. Kesslerloch. Höhle vor der Eichen. Server error. Yeah, how funny. I would have found them, but anyway, we cannot click on that. But here you can see already there's like Roman stuff there, like all over the place. And we also are looking for Cryptodomes, also called source domes. Hohentwiel, near Singen. Volcano in Germany. There's a castle ruin on top of that, and it's rather big. And still, I think all these castles, they must have had a water source within the walls. If the enemy comes, you don't have to run down to the river to get some water. You just can stay there. There's another one here, Hohenkrähen, Burgruine. The High Crows. Doesn't work either. Hohenkrähen and Hohentwiel. One is here, one is here. Just in order for you to know why I talk about that, cryptovolcanism, also called subvolcanism, is a form of volcanism that occurs between the surface volcanism and deep volcanism. Yeah, maybe I should try to read better. But anyway, Cryptodome. At the Cryptodome, also known as Source Dome, the rising viscous magma-formed glob or spherical rock bodies within the soft top layer, usually made of tuff, which it bulged like a dome, but could not break through. Intermediate or ferritic organic rocks as trachyte, latite, phonolite, or rhyolite are typical for spring domes. Hohentwiel, Hohenkrähen. Check. So there are two volcanoes also in the proximity. And we were looking for Orsingen. Wolkertshausen. I try to search for that. Now I got really mixed up with the languages. Orsingen. It's very small. It has to be close to Singen. Orsingen, Nenzingen. District of Constance. Check it out, Herbie. Dogs, cars. That's very nice. How the light gets fractured by the moisture. Witches. Yeah. Somehow, in a way, it turned out I'm a witch, which is rather funny. Very interesting. What's that? Teletubby. Yeah. Or what were these others from Lord of the Rings? Goblins? No. Hobbits. Yeah, this didn't help at all. This was a waste of time. We have Nellenburg Castle. Where is it? No castle to be seen. Wow, what a castle. Check it out. Yes. Very nice region. Not too much left of a castle. But anyway. Orsingen. I was about to check out this graveyard, which seems to be here. I've found it. Nothing to click on. Map style. Everything. No. Why not? White horse. I just talked about witch things. For those who have read Terry Pratchett, Tiffany books, you will understand the white horse thing. And since we are in a karst region, possibly also volcanic, and white sediments and white rivers, I just want to point out one thing, even though that this doesn't lead anywhere now. Since we cannot click, there is something. The cross, chapel, Oberhofkapelle, Oberhofen. White sediments. They are rather white. I just wanted before there is all that here. You can draw it in many different kinds of ways, but we have to go back quickly to the volcanic application. So that's approximately the same as we just seen here on Google Earth, with that and this feature and this feature. And if you zoom in a bit, you will notice these water veins here. And they are, if you watch them, they are rather strange in a way, because they are very perpendicular. And they are this kind, I think, drainage. They were dug out by people in order to keep it somewhat dry. But the whole plain where all those fields are, yeah, there's actually more mining going on, and it's rather white. And the thing is, if there's like much water, if the fluctuations of all these water veins would go up, hence there would be much more water flowing there. It probably doesn't even need to rain to get this done. Just a change in the electromagnetic environment would do it, making the water rise from the ground upwards. So all these, what you see here, those green bands, and maybe also all places where you have fields and these kind of things. Some of the fields might be on hills. There is more. Check out the color of the water. That's just within this facility. They are probably filtering that and putting it back. Maybe. Hexenbrünnel. Hexenbrünnel. Hexe is a witch. Server error. You know, sometimes I really feel that they intentionally block certain things from me clicking them. I just have been talking about witch things, and there is this kind of witch spring, well, water source, Brünnele. But we cannot click here. It just doesn't work. Oh man. But anyway, I think that's interesting. And I bet there's like hundreds of things there. Yeah, there's not even pictures of that one. Let's just search Höhen Homburg. Historical landmark. Did we see this already? Is it the same like in the beginning? No, there is much more than just 4 stones. This might be Lake Constance there in the distance. I guess so. In the background you can see the Alps. And this might be one of those cryptodomes we talked about in the beginning. Hohenkrähen. Or Hohentwiel. Haha. Very interesting. Check it out. If you would be somewhere in Chile, you would immediately think that's a volcano, yeah. And it might erupt one day. But since you're in Germany, you don't. There's like really red stones, iron containing rocks, rusting there. And check it out, that's very high. That's somewhat 15 meters, 12 meters. Interesting. Yeah, that's rather interesting because the vegetation seems to be different than in other places. So there might be a slight possibility of there being some kind of gases coming out of this mountain, or the soil is some different, that there are different kinds of species growing there. These are the same pictures once again. But I think I leave it here. Why? No, it's totally messed up. But anyway,